Alright YouTube, you've got Mitchell here again. I got another cool video that I want to do today. This one here is relevant to your child. Obviously I do a lot of videos relevant to my son. But the kids always have an item that they're attached to. So it's a little teddy bear. A lot of them drag around a blankie, which really doesn't work for this application. But the teddy bear definitely does. Your child's going to have that bear that he drags around for 5-6 years. And then he's going to toss it away. But you're always going to remember that he had that bear. So the concept behind what we're doing here is that we're going to kind of memorialize that bear in time. So we're going to take the guts out of it. We're going to spray paint it white. And then we're going to press it on black Bristol board. And then we're going to frame that inside a frame. And you'd be some surprised how really cool this is. You'll always have a picture. You can show to him 15 years down the road, or you can just look at it yourself and remember when he was small. But this works really well. It gets all the detail from the bear itself. And I just think it's a really cool way to kind of, you know, keep that memory alive, because kids grow way too fast. So I'm going to dive right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, you may be wondering how come I'm downstairs in the basement. This is not normally where I do the majority of the videos. It's because we're going to be doing some spray painting, and spray painting in the kitchen or anywhere upstairs isn't going to work. And I think it's like minus 35 Celsius with the wind chill factor right now outside, so there's no way I'm going out to the garage. So we're down here in the basement. We're going to use this bear right here. Okay, I bought this today just to make, just for demonstration purposes. I don't want to use one of my son's actual bears right now. But the concept is, we're going to take the scissors, we're going to go in through the back side, we're going to cut up the back, and then pull all the stuffing out. The idea behind that is that once the stuffing is out of the bear will go flat. So if you were taking your child's bear that he's discarded and no longer wants anymore, it's okay for us to ruin it, because the idea is this is the last stand for the bear, right? So I'm going to cut this out, I'm going to start pulling the stuffing out, and I'll come back once I have that done. Okay, so you can see here now, I've actually taken the stuffing out. So I've cut the back, and I've taken out the majority of the stuffing. Keep in mind that when you're making that incision up the back, you don't want to cut the scarf, okay? The scarf is going to be a big part of the actual picture. The face, it's very important that you take everything out of the face, because that's really what we're going for here, is kind of like the top silhouette. There is going to be stitching in the back for like eyes and hats, which you will have stuffing and stuff that's caught up in. Just do your best to take it out. And then the idea is that we're going to paint it, okay? Treat it like a puppet. You can have it on your arm, okay? Paint it, put it on your arm like a puppet, and then you're going to want to flatten it out the way you want. So whatever shape you want to get on this is the way you want to do it. Make sure the scarf has a nice look to it, and then you're just going to press it to the Bristol board. And that's all I've done, is just went to the store and got some regular Bristol board, nice heavy duty stock. And then for paint, I got two different kinds. I'm going to do just the plain white one right now for this, but it's just plain spray paint. You can use whatever you want. We're going to paint it, stick it, frame it. It's done. So I'm going to go right ahead and get into the next step. Okay, as you can see, I got my bear laid out. I put down a single piece of Bristol board as an underlay, because the last thing I want to do is spray paint all over the friggin' ground, because that's not going to make anybody in this house happy. And you know what? I might be able to actually give you a better camera angle than that. Let's try this one. That's a little bit better, huh? Okay. So I've got it kind of laid out the way I sort of want it to look. That's important before you paint it. And then you're just going to take your paint. Make sure it's just... Spray paint can be watery when you start with it, okay? You want to give it a good shake, and you're going to want to spray it. I guess you couldn't really see that too much, but the first spray was just water. The second one was actually paint. So here we go, okay? I got a kind of idea of where it's at, and I'm just going to give it a spray. And don't screw around with it, okay? You want to have enough paint on there so that when I press it on the other Bristol board, the silhouette of this is actually going to come off on it. So you don't want to be too shy about it. Get the scarf if you want the scarf to be part of it. Basically everywhere that you want to be part of that picture that we're going to do, you want to make sure you've spray painted it. And you can be the whole bear if you want it to be, but I'm not going to go that far. Good coating of paint here. Really good coating. Get all the underneaths, chins. There we go. This is why we have to do this down here, or we get in trouble by the warden. Okay, that's got a great layer on it. We don't want to leave it for a long period of time, okay? We're going to move that over. I'm going to get the next piece. Okay, put up my piece of Bristol board, which you can see. Yep. Now I'm just going to try to pick this up without getting it all over myself. And I also don't have much interest in messing up the silhouette that I've made. So hand inside. Okay, I've got them. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it down. Okay, so you're going to want to pat it. I kind of wanted to get the top part of the hat here, which I kind of screwed up and hit the floor with. But it is what it is. Okay, a good press. That's that. And now pick them up. And look at that. Is that ever cool? So this is what I'm talking about right here. I mean, that gives you the bear. Gives you an awesome shot of it. I mean, you're never going to forget that. I think it's super, super classy. You could date it with a nice marker underneath. I just think it's a great idea. So let's take it to the next step. Let's do one more this time, and I'm going to see if I can actually get the top part of the hat in it. Quick spray. You can keep redoing them too. If you're not happy with the one you got, just give it another one. You got a whole can of spray paint here. You paid for it. But for $6, that's what I paid for that can of spray paint. You know, okay? Set your bear the way you want it. Make sure you got your scarf the way you want it to be. Bang. Okay? Ears down. There we go. I think that's going to be a really good one. I am getting a little bit of paint on my fingers, but it is what it is. When you're pressing down on it, you don't want to be pushing the bear so that he moves. You just want to set him down, get the imprint on, and let's take it off. Poof! I mean, come on. You can't say that's not a cool idea. So there's the bear. You know, second attempt. We got a little bit more of his hat this time. I just think it's precious. And again, like I said, you can put the date on that. We're going to frame this up, and I'll come back and show you. I'm super happy with how that turned out. Look at the detail that you get just from spray painting the bear. You know, I'm going to cut this out right now and put it in the frame. Keep in mind that the frame you buy should be relevant to the size of the bear you're doing, as the frame that I picked up isn't very big, so I'm going to use the little guy in here just to demonstrate. So we're going to go right at it. And that's the finished product. Keep the memory of your child's favorite teddy bear forever. I mean, I just think it's a great, I think it worked out really well. You know, this is the big one. I like this one better, obviously, but I would need a bigger picture frame. But, you know, it's a great way to just remember the bear. And I mean, kids grow up way too fast. So here's just kind of a niche way to keep some of that childhood alive. So I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please subscribe to my channel, and thanks very much.